Welcome to Paintingu. How are you all this fine afternoon? I've decided to take full advantage of the new microphone and occasionally begin with a soothing, no background noise chat. These are all Rise. I'm just still kind of playing with my new toy. Plus, wearing the headphones, I'm not used to wearing the headphones, so everything sounds kind of muted. So whereas I used to just like shout all the time, now I'm like constantly conscious of how loud I might be, even though I don't feel like I'm being loud. This whole like studio audio shit is weird sometimes. At least I can't hear my own voice. That'd really fuck me up. If I could like hear myself or some shit like that, that'd completely fuck me up. You'd think with all the years of having headphones on and like playing video games that I'd be totally used to it, but for some reason it's not the same. Slightly different. Alas, we adapt to all obstacles, including back pain. Right, so it is 3. So it is time to gather some chi. And today we gather our chi with a hilarious bit of tunage. Kick back and gather your chi to some German style.
Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
Is your chi throwing? Mine is. I rub it. New revels of Hilarious. Allow the music to permeate your spine, for it is timer for Paintingu. Cannot deny the tunes. I've missed this madness. Welcome back, Antonio. How are you? After your brief internet hiatus. I'm not sure if he has a YouTube account or a Twitch account. I haven't a clue. I was talking to him on Instagram, so I do not know. I haven't spoken to him in a while, actually. You know the thing where, like, because we're lads, it's like, hey man, how are you? It's been like 3 years. It's like, I'm good, man. How are you? I'm good. And then that's it, and you just don't speak to each other for another 6 months. Oh. If you haven't gathered your chi And Adolf Hitler singing Gangnam Style wasn't enough for you. Don't worry. I have more tunes that will uplift your spirit and grant you much chi for today's Paintingu. For we have a dragon to finish. Oh my god, that was 3 minutes and 33 seconds. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Perfectly timed hilarity. Hilarity brings purity. Here on Paintingu, it is our mission to take the piss, enjoy fine art, as you can see, and to take the piss again. Those are the currently three P's of Paintingu: piss taking, painting, and more piss taking. I don't know how many P's of Paintingu there will eventually be, but there is at least 12 so far. Patience, perseverance, pay for Paintingu, proclamations, pensiveness? I don't fucking know. Too many P's, not enough sense. Where is it? Ah, yes. Like I said, if Adolf Hitler singing Gangnam Style wasn't enough for you, then perhaps this will tickle your parrot. It is important to gather much chi for Paintingu. How do we gather chi? This is how we gather chi. Excellent music. Spiritually uplifting, hilarious music. If you don't have a good sense of humor, you do not belong on Paintingu. Yes, the P Trinity of Paintingu is notoriously radiant and divine in its construction. Piss-taking, painting, and more piss-taking. I'm getting to that stage where I'm going to need to trim my mustache again because I'm just going to get water all over the mic every time I take a sip and I say something that begins with P. Like, I have a show where I talk all the time and like drink water and shit, and I have a load of facial hair, like, you know, and I say Paintingu and paint all the time. I'm gonna need to get like a riot shield for the fucking mic or something. Oh yeah, I know my hair's coming back. Oh fuck! I want long hair again, but like, was the female is against it. The female likes me looking pretty, you know. I'm not one of these guys that's big into being kempt, you know. I'm more of a word man myself. I mean, I can't be a half Irish, half Japanese demigod and be kempt. Like, that just doesn't make sense. I mean, you can say loads of things about the Japanese being like tidy and formal and wearing nice clothing and all this fucking shit, like, but like their beards and their hair was just wild. Iron Man Baru, welcome to Paintingu. How's Oakland this morning? Alhamdulillah. Yes, brother. Get it into you. Allahu Akbar. Fucking neighbors be like, what the fuck? Uncle Adolf converts my chi to vril. Oh fucking hell. What made you choose to go to Japan? Did you? I replied to you on YouTube. You filth. I don't live in Japan. I fucking wish I did. Kinda. It'd be so fucking funny. Like, It would make it. The vibe would be hilarious if I was actually in Japan doing this. Like, it'd be fucking brilliant. Like, but unfortunately, no, I'm not actually in Japan. I'm in Tipperary, which is almost on a level like funnier. The fact that like I went from Dublin to Tipperary town, like right outside my window is a main road. Man, Tip Town is it's a mad place. I fucking love this song. The neighbors are like that anyway. I know, like if it's not like I've said it before that like, you know, like sometimes I'd be like wearing the kimono and the headband and have my hair like this and all, like, and then I'll walk downstairs and go into the kitchen or something. And like people walking past me house, like, you know, because it's just on a main street, like it's like living in town, like, or in the city center, like, and it's just hilarious. Like, no, I don't think I don't know if anybody's seen me, like, but I would love to just be standing there with a cup of coffee looking out the window and for someone to just glance in and just see me like this, looking really serious, you know, just staring right back at them intently with a raised eyebrow and a cup of coffee, just like, you have no honor. Like, oh god. Japarary. I've colonized a small part of Tipperary and I am slowly turning it Asian. In the name of Japan, Tipperary will be mine. Oh, right. Time for the proper intro. If you haven't gathered your chi by now, 1, you're a disgrace. 2, pay for Painting Goo. The link is in the description. And 3, this should do the job. If this doesn't do it, I don't know what will. I will now prepare the parrot for Painting Goo. I will place my royal rag upon my royal knee. Why is it royal? Because it's purple, bitch. That's why. I will flex my fanskers. And we will continue to gather chi. As I have said before, much chi is required for Painting Goo. Creation requires energy flow. Energy flow stems from willpower. We use our willpower here on Painting Goo to gather our chi and create masterful, beautiful paintings. How many for sale signs in your street? Oh man, don't get me started. For sale signs, sale agreed, to let, shut down, fucking, like, there's a place across from us that's like abandoned and shit. And it used to be a restaurant or something. They're gonna knock it down and turn it into council houses. Ugh. It's fairly depressing when you walk around this place and you see just like, you know, the low economic living and like all these like, you know, young ones with like fucking 7 kids and like you never see a father and like you can see it in their faces, they're kind of run down and shit and like, you know, it's mad. Like, with all the commerce coming through here in the main street every day, you'd think this place would be like a hive, like a busy hive of like economic, you know, fruits, but it's the total opposite. Fucking, it's a dead zone. Like, it's fucking, but the land itself is utterly like beautiful. Like, but can you feel it? It's time for Painting Goo. 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 Let's get these bitches wet. Painting you. Painting me. It's Painting Goo. Let's fucking go. Painting you. Painting me. It's Painting Goo. Let's fucking go. Yeah. A this a bitch. A that a bitch. A this a bitch. We get the bitch wet. And then we smack a bitch. Repeatedly. Use your royal rag to dispense of all evidence of the encounter. Right. I've already pre-squirted on the parrot. So, the goo is flowing. In accordance with the mandate of heaven. And so we begin today's painting. To finish fixing this pink eyes green dragon. Sorry man, I didn't see the reply and I just thought with the headband and Japanese kimono, I just assumed that's where you lived. Yeah, because they all just dress like this, like, do you know what I mean? I moved to Japan and I quickly, you know, realized that if I was going to fit in, that I'd need to dress like this. Oh man, that's hilarious. I can imagine, like, I wonder how many people see me and it's, oh, is he living in Japan now? Versus, that's racist. PEINTEINGU, PEINTEINGU, go. Oh god. Like if I was sitting here wearing a sombrero, like, and eating a taco or something, would you be like, is he living in Mexico now? Or if I was like, you know, in lederhosen and I had like a fucking Das Boot or something like that. It's like... Oh, that's hilarious. I have those on fucking mute. I don't know why they keep coming up. What part of Africa is that dragon from? Thankfully, we're not in Africa right now. We haven't done a destination-based random shit out of the hat-based PEINTEINGU in like a week or two now. I had to put the kimono and the headband in the wash because the headband was starting to look a little bit yellow. When the headband gets yellow, it's time to marrow. So I took a break from being a half Irish, half Japanese demigod. And decided to... I finished that rabbit and gorilla painting. And I was like, what other stuff have I got lying around? Like, and basically, like, I've had this purple cybernetic dragon thing that I painted like at 4 o'clock in the morning fucking last year at some point. I was like, fuck it, I'll like, you know, go over that. I'll paint white over that and then I'll do something new. So I started painting this. And we were going to call it Double Dragon. Because there's 2 dragons, but yeah, you only get to see one of them. Haha, very funny. But now it's Pink Eyes Green Dragon. And if you don't laugh at that shit, you clearly don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh is. I just think that would be the funniest thing ever. Like, you know, if you were in the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament or something, like, and somebody drops Red Eyes Black Dragon, and then Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then you're like, oh yeah, you think you're the hot shit? You drop this thing. It's like Pink Eyes Green Dragon. Oh god. Send word far and wide. It's time for the goo. A cursory search shows some nice vacation rental properties in Tipperary. Well, like, Tipperary's quite large. The county's quite large, and there's sections of Tipperary that are like quite, you know, expensive looking and like really pretty and well kept and shit like that. Like the place called the place. It's like 40 minutes away. It's still in Tipperary, but like that's where the female's grandmother lives, and like it's totally different. Like, you know, but like the town where we live at the like the Tipperary town is like, it's a bit of a shithole. Like, it's run down and stuff, and it's all got to do with this, like, you know, fucking like I've said before, like there's like just an endless amount of traffic. that go along this comes in like straight through the town, right? And it's all like, you know, big commerce stuff, like, you know, like trucks full of like fresh unmilled logs and stuff like that, like, do you know what I mean, like fucking sheep, fucking like everything you could possibly think of in terms of commerce comes through this fucking town all day, every day, right? And for years the local community has been petitioning to get a road to go around the town to reduce traffic and like to get all that shit out of the town, so that it can be more pedestrian and be more markets and stuff like that. And because it's crazy, like having that much noise and that much activity right beside everyone's houses, you know, even if you live away from the main road a bit, like there's sound of it, like our house vibrates when a truck goes past. It's like I'm fucking Harry Potter, you know, like, or like fucking Spider-Man, like, you know, when it's like, and he's like living in the apartment and the fucking train goes past and there's dust falling from the ceiling, like, it's mad. Like, maybe if I ever set foot in Europe again, I'll make my way to Ireland for the first time ever. Like, I've been to Spain, and I think what is it, like Lanzarote, Malta, Tenerife. Tenerife's in Spain. I don't know if Lanzarote counts as like still kind of Spain, but like how funny is that like my white pasty ginger ass at a young age, my parents brought me to like 3 fucking blisteringly hot countries on vacation. I always thought that was just like low-key fucked up, you know? Oh, where are we gonna bring the kids on holiday? Like, you know, oh, you know, a location where they're genetically designed not to be. It's horrible. He's not in Africa. Ireland is still only 49.9% black for now. Pink Eyes Green Dragon reminds us all to go thoroughly wash our claws after using the toilet. I know, like, it's like Pink Eyes Green Dragon is like this, like, it's like, man, I'm just full of fucking video game references. I was gonna say Pink Eyes Green Dragon is like the fucking Nurgle version of dragons, you know? Instead of like if you were to do the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, it's like this one's fucking plague and famine. Oh, wait for it. PEINTEINGU! PEINTEINGU. It's PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU! Painting you! Painting me! It's PEINTEINGU! Get that Flagon Dragon some antibiotics drops for his pink eyes. Oh man, I don't know what I like. Well, I do, but like Flagon Dragon is like pretty funny. It almost makes like it's funny enough that I almost want to fucking actually paint it like in a flagon instead of a pint glass, and like do loads of suds and like have it like foaming over and shit. It'd be pretty cool. But like a Guinness is a Guinness. But Pink Eyes Green Dragon is legit, I think, like one of the funniest things I've said in a while. Like, so I'm gonna name it that. I mean, who doesn't want to own an original canvas painting of the first? Like, this is gonna be a card one day. I'm telling you now. Like, do you know what I mean? Fucking 10,000 hit points. Fucking does like poison damage or some shit. I don't know. Like, fucking. All he has to do is like lick you or touch you, and you're like fucked in the next 2 weeks or some shit. Like, I don't know, like just Pink Eyes Green Dragon. Like I keep seeing it over again in my head, where like someone's like playing, you know, like a really serious nerd. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking one of them, like, you know, autistically serious nerds. Sitting at a fucking table in a fucking school hall, and it's like a really important Yu-Gi-Oh tournament for him, like, do you know what I mean, in his Yu-Gi-Oh master career or some shit, like, and someone just drops the even if it was just a piss take card, it's not even a real card, just Pink Eyes Green Dragon. That's like ridiculously powerful. Like, it's like, it's one of the like notes on the bottom of the card is like if you're drinking a pint of Guinness when you play this card, it's like you win the game or some shit like. What made you go to Tipperary? The female got a job here. She got a job here, so there was like the option came up. So I was like, fuck it, you know, instead of us, because we were still up until like about, well, I suppose she'd moved out of my ma's place, what, a few months. Can't remember how long it was, and then we decided to come here. I always thought Lanzarote was in Portugal. Haven't a clue. Despite the fact that I have a map here, my geography's terrible. He does 333 damage to your immune system. I do something like, you know, fucking all he has to do is like attack you once and you're permanently blind or some shit. I don't know, like you're overcome by like an overwhelming desire to scratch your own eyes out your head or some shit. What is this? Another ad for... I don't mind Dyson ads. Dyson ads seem alright for the most part, like, you know? It's fucking Dana from StreamYard. Do you know the thing that pisses me off the most about the StreamYard ads? The fact that, like, oh, and, like, speak of the devil, and they will fucking appear, like. At least you get... the one you can skip. There's an ad for StreamYard that, like, in like, I don't know what about fucking legal terms or some shit, but it annoys the fuck out of me so much because if you don't skip it, it's 5 minutes long. Oh yeah. Like, how fucked up is that? You know, like YouTube is basically just like watching TV now. Like we are, like there was no 5 minute long ads on the telly back in the day, you know? Like each ad had a max of like 15 or 30 seconds or some shit like that. Like, but when you're on YouTube, if you don't hit the skip button, you're gonna have to listen there. Like sometimes I'm painting and I'm listening to tunes and then ads come on in between the songs. Paint. And the fuck it, like the StreamYard ad comes on and it's like 5 minutes 20 seconds long or some shit. Paint. And like I'm sitting there going like, what the fuck? Like, paint. Sip. Rant. Bitch. Right. Now to mix the right fucking shade of green again. Painting goo. Or do I? What was I gonna fix? Oh yeah, his claw. Okay. Paint. Paint. I could basically just start off this. Paint. Pink eye. Painting goo. Kind of want the claw to come out here and then be like that, and then here. You want like sharp claws, like, you know. It's a fucking dragon. You don't know one of fucking gammy looking claws, like. Painting goo. Sure. Hey-ya. Painting goo. Man, how fucking funny was Karjitsu yesterday? For those of you listening or watching right now and you don't know what I'm referring to when I say Karjitsu, watch yesterday's episode. What's today? Episode, I don't know what episode today is, like 90 something. think it's 93. Watch episode 92 of PEINTEINGU and witness the fucking unbelievable, hilarious glory that is Karjitsu. And all of that rhyme do. Alliteration is of paramount importance. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Need to go darker. Some brew. I need some brew in my green. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Painting. Goo goo. Painting. Goo goo. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Make this flower a bit more intense looking. Bit of white. Bit of red. Paint, paint. Ah, the beautiful colors mixing on the parrot. I probably should have got a parrot instead of a crow, but like, you know, fuck it. I mean, who doesn't love Tobias Beakus Crows? I can barely make him out in the background. Like, unless you're watching on like a 50-inch telly or some shit, you probably can't even see this nigga. I'm gonna try and put a tiny little headband on him too, and I might paint one on fucking Garlos. Now that I've mentioned Garlos is just whimpering in the corner now. He wants to join the stream and remind you all to Rika unsubscriber. Our brother Garlos, formerly owned by a Colombian drug lord named Don Branco. We rescued him, Garlos. Sent him into intense withdrawals. And now he serves us here on PEINTEINGU. Reminding you all to Rika and subscribe your content. If you do not like or subscribe to PEINTEINGU, you have a no honor! Garlos is forever grateful that I imprisoned him and forced him to rehabilitate. Oh yeah. Oh, that beautiful shade of pink. Painting goo 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 goo. There really is just something so satisfying about a decent brush stroke. Sometimes the best PEINTEINGUs are the ones that you take the time to enjoy every single stroke. Every individual stroke. of the brush. Soothing. Flowing. Allow the goo to flow freely. Lanzarote, he says, yeah, I knew one of them was like in Spain, basically, like a part of Spain. Advert rant. I thought, like. That's what PEINTEINGU. That's basically what PEINTEINGU has become. It's like. Paint, paint! Rant, rant! Sip, sip! Or as Iron Man Bear was saying, it's fucking like. When you occasionally decide to paint in between ranting. It's worked. I was about to say my formula, but my utter lack of a like thought out formula for this stream has pretty much worked out to my advantage, at least for the moment. I will no doubt have to modify as I go, as I already have. But like I was thinking this morning, I was like, oh, like I keep forgetting to do a phrase of the day, but like sometimes I don't think of something funny enough, you know, and then like you don't want to force it, you know, you want this stuff to be like organic. I do anyway. Like that's my favorite kind of like funny shit, is like stuff that just happens in the moment and is hilarious, like the whole like tactical turtle thing and the fucking the show we made up fucking Desmond. Like I fucking love it. Like, and we start listening to sea shanties out of nowhere, like paint paint, like that shit's just hilarious. I think that's one of the things that I genuinely love so much about doing this now, is like I enjoy this stream. Like obviously I don't enjoy it in the same way you guys do, because like I'm the one doing it. I hope I'm not making a load of noise on the mic. I probably am, because I keep slightly moving it and shit, like I'm probably hitting off it loads. But yeah, I genuinely love just like sitting here painting and just talking shit and playing awesome tunes. Paint, paint. I'll have to... Yeah, I'll grab it from there, Grant. Because if I keep touching the actual mic thing, I'm gonna fuck up the... Painting, goo, 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 goo. Needs to be whiter! Like Europe. There we go, that's beautiful. She's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Hiya. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Who would win, Pink Eyes Green Dragon or Blue Eyes White Dragon? Who'd you think? Clearly the one with pink eye has the advantage. Not to mention that, like, I made the Pink Eyes Green Dragon, so obviously I'm going to be biased. My dragon's the best dragon. Do you not miss that when you were kids? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, well, I have a power shield that's worth like 500 points, and like your fireball blast can't get through it, so that means I win. Yeah, well, I have a grenade that, like, when I throw it, it like sends out electrical pulses that like takes out your shield, and you just keep going back and forth. Like, do you know, it's like the conversation I had with the fucking lad, that group of fools on that poll with fucking who would win, Iron Man or Batman, and then like I just explain from my perspective why I think Batman would probably win, and all hell breaks loose. Yeah, no, Iron Man would totally win. Iron Man would totally win that exchange. Fuck you. You know nothing. You're delusional. Iron Man can't ruse. Isn't Iron Man canonically dead? Like, Iron Man would totally kill Batman. Didn't Batman defeat Superman? That's not the point. You don't know. You just don't know. That's racist. I know, that's basically how it is these days, isn't it? Where like, it's like if you point out why somebody is blatantly stupid or retarded, like, do you know what I mean? Or like, fucked up or whatever, it's like, that's racist. You bigot. That's anti-Semitic. It's like, what? Like, no, it's not. It's anti-fucking stupid bullshit is what it is. We need to be tolerant. You should learn to be more tolerant. Tolerant of ignorance and stupidity. Paint, paint. I think not. Paint, paint. Well, like, way more ignorance than stupidity. Paint, paint. Because, like, I'm ignorant. We're all ignorant. We're all ignorant of shit, you know? We're all ignorant to a lot of shit. But, like, I think willfully ignorant as a result of, like, trauma and sin and, like, your mental makeup as a result of your choices and stuff, like, you know. It's so interesting how having a perspective on the idea of sin, you know, because like the religious connotation is that it's like, oh, it's like you don't do the bad thing or you burn in hell for forever, right? It's like, but that's not how I see sin. And I used to see it like that. I used to see the word sin as like, you know, it's like, oh, those like religious people think sins are a thing, but it's like, no, sins are a thing. You know, that's why all religions have things that are sinful or like taboo, even though religions are like really varied and different, but not at the same time. You know, it's weird. Like, I watched this video like yesterday or the day before. On the it's a brief little video. It's like 8 minutes long, but it's a cool little summary of the 7 Hermetic principles. Let's see if I can remember them all now. I doubt it. It's like no, I can't even remember the fucking first ones now. Like, I might play it later. It's really interesting. It's only 8 minutes long, but like, everything from like vibration to frequency to gender, like everything has a male and female polarity. You know, everything has like this end and that end, and like gender, polarity, vibration. What was it? Fucking as above, so below. I can't remember all of them now. Like, but it's fucking like that's kind of how I just like, especially since becoming like a bit of a truther. And I say a bit of a truther because it's not like I fucking look any of this shit up to any great extent, like, you know. I don't get involved in all these like conspiratorial fucking like, oh, like they're trying to do this and this and all. And I definitely am making loads of noise with the mic. My apologies. My sincerest apologies. Well, my brain just slaps 2 words together. What are we doing for episode 100 of the Goo? Need to celebrate, milestone, brother. I suppose, yeah. Paint. Yeah, we'll probably paint for the 100th episode. paint. I don't know. I don't have anything planned. What episode is this? 93. Paint. If this is episode 93, and then the next thing I was gonna do, I was actually like, I have new canvases there and stuff. I also have paper, so it doesn't really matter. But like, I'm thinking of doing, because 2 Acre and D-Bear keeps moaning about like, I want to go to Siberia. It's like, fuck it, we'll go to Siberia, and we'll do like a metal gig, but like with bears, and that'd be cool. And then maybe episode 100. I don't know. I could do like a Japanese pagoda in a forest, and I know, like, I know for a fact I'm like slapping the mic out of it and probably like wrecking your guys' head. Could do like a Japanese pagoda with like, I don't know, like a bear dressed as a samurai meditating or some shit. Like, I think that would be cool. And that would be like a cool celebration of this stream for 100 episodes, because it's like, we have the Jap team and I'm a bear, you know, so like, there's all, you know, it's like 2 main themes and shit. Like, you know, I could put like fucking the fan and the brushes or something, or the gong in the background and stuff like that. Like, I could paint a tiger in the back. Oh, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I'll put like Mini Bear and the Crow smoking, and like Garlos with the bucket on his head and sunglasses, and then like I'll paint a version of me or some shit as a bear, and do it like all in a Japanese pagoda thing or whatever. Like, that'd be cool. But yeah, I didn't have any ideas, as you could tell, because I just made one up. But like, I wasn't even thinking about that shit. I have so much on my fucking mind the last few weeks. I'm actually quite overwhelmed with like the workload that I have like assigned myself to do. Like, how hilarious is that? Being your own boss and waking up being like, oh my god, like I have so much shit to do. Like, but I suppose it's better to be like that than like, you know, oh, you know, like, it's not like I have to do it now or whatever. Like, I genuinely feel so much pressure to like create all the stuff that I've said I'm going to create, while also creating the stuff that I wanted to create before I said any of the stuff. It's stressful. We learn about Irish wenches who have been immortalized in your city centres. Yeah, like the fucking, your one Molly Malone. I swear to God, I didn't know that. But it makes so much sense, like, do you know what I mean? But she's a fucking whore. Like, and there's a statue of her in the fucking city centre, like. That says, like, that tells you everything you need to know about our culture, like. Oh, it's fucking hilarious. Like, I was reading the fundamental rights, like, I have the Irish Constitution here. And I was reading the fundamental rights there earlier on. And they're fucking mad! Like, obviously, I am, like I said, I am a simple, ignorant peasant, you know, for the most part. And, I swear to God, reading the fucking fundamental rights, I was just like, that's interesting. The Irish government doesn't recognise nobility. And if anyone is going to be considered nobility or of any kind of, like, religious or have a title, the government has to approve of it first. And I was like, well, that's interesting. You know, like, trust an Irishman to think of a grenade. I am like, it is. It's very, it is. It's the dark side of intellect, where it's like, you know, oh well, we have a problem with these people. Well, there's a lot of them, and they have weapons. If we were to take them on, like, head on, we'd probably lose. So what are we gonna do? Well, we could put an explosive in the barracks at night and wait till they're all asleep and just blow them all to fucking ashes. Like, you know, you could just vaporize most of them and, like, you know, brutally injure or murder or, like, fatally wound the rest of them. Like there is so, like, that's gangster as fuck, like, do you know what I mean? But it's like, that's why I would describe it as like a gangster thing to do, because it's not honorable, you know. But that's one of the things that I've spoken about on the stream before as well. It's like that's a really fascinating thing to talk about as far as I'm concerned. Is like, when do you, as a society or as a culture or as an individual who behaves in a manner where you believe in the concept of honor, what do you do when you're facing an enemy who does not believe in the concept of honor, and therefore their actions will be like incredibly dishonorable and fucking this, that, and the rest, like, you know? So, like, it's a fucking fascinating, you know, tactical problem, moral tactical problem to have. It's like, okay, we're facing an enemy that is like essentially, for lack of a better term, evil, you know? They have no honor. So like, how do we maintain our integrity and our culture and our honor while taking on something that, like, you know, would like fucking eat a baby or fucking, do you know what I mean? It's like, and I'm not saying if you don't have any honor you're like really evil. You could have no honor and still, you know, you could be like, in the first thing that came to my mind is like, you could be pathetic and have no honor. But that doesn't mean you're evil, which I suppose is like probably a good way to put it. Like, okay, the first thing that came to my mind there is Ephialtes. Is it Ephialtes from fucking 300? No honor. He sells out the Spartans for his own fucking desires, his own want, his own ego. He sells out the Spartans. Is he evil though, or does he just have no honor? Like, was that an evil thing to do? Like, cause the way I define evil is like willful malevolent behavior. You know, like, you know what you're doing and you do it anyway. Whereas, like, you could argue that Ephialtes in that position didn't really know what he was doing. Until the consequences had, like, you know, shown themselves. I mean, but you could also argue that he knew full well what he was doing, but his desires outweighed, you know, his thought process or something. It's like, that's an interesting one to think of, is like, where's the line of, like, you know, influence and choice? Where, like, you have those, like, whispers in your head and demonic thoughts, intrusive thoughts. When does it become, you know, where you still have enough of your own willpower to choose not to do something, or to do something right, or not to do something evil, or to do something right? When comes the point of you're being influenced, you make a bad choice, being influenced, make a bad choice? When do you become evil? You know? Because you have all these people who are being influenced by things and then make bad choices, but they're not evil, you know? Yeah, welcome to having yourself as a boss. I know, it's fucking brutal sometimes. It's so stressful. Because, like, there's always that, like, that reality, like, floating around in my subconscious that's like, well, you could just, you know, go back to bed. You could just sit in bed and watch, like, Archer and eat loads of fucking comfort food and fucking, like, just sit there and have a cup of tea and a cigarette, like. Or you could paint and make stuff and sell things and make money, like, you know, like, and entertain people and make money and all this stuff, like. But it's mad, like, how, like, that's an example, that's a good example, I think, anyway, of, like, life's a choice. Choose to live, you know? And, like, I'm genuinely speaking from experience, because I did go through a brief period, like, several years ago, where I was like, fuck this, I'm out, I wanna hang myself, like. So I've been there. and now I'm here, and I'm like, how, like I don't want to say I'd never fall into that kind of mindset again, because I did before. So like, I'm not going to be that arrogant and be like, oh, that'd never happen again. But like, I pray to whoever that I now have the strength and the constitution to face whatever life throws at me enough and well enough to be able to be like, you know, oh, it's grand, like, you know, whatever will happen, like, instead of succumbing to despair and being like, there's no point in this, you know. Just like, because that's where I was. Like, I wasn't in a place where I was so sad that I was like despairing and like had a lot of self-pity. I was in a place where I was so angry and felt so like hard done by like certain things and people, where I was just like, I don't want to play this game anymore. It's like the same thing with, like, you know, the government and society, where it's like, why would I engage with you people? You're constantly fucking lying. You're constantly doing shit that fucks with me. Like, do you know what I mean? Why would I engage with you people? Like, that's what it was. Like, but I was like, you know, your family members and your friends and all, like, and you're just like, fuck this, I'm out. Like, but it was all me, you know. It was all me. And when you realize, like, that's when you realize that, you're like, okay, fuck this. Like, well, one hopes that's what you're like, because that's what I was like. Which I don't know what that says about me. Paint. You know, because I don't want to sit here and be like, you know, I'm strong. I'm a fucking boss. Paint. Because like I went towards that kind of suicidal thoughts and didn't do it or whatever. Like, you know, so obviously I'm strong and shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I kind of believe in fate. So, like, in my humble opinion, I think I was just supposed to go to those dark places to truly appreciate the light. That's how I see it. And it wasn't even, like, that dark, you know? I wasn't in a fucking criminal fucking underworld where they were, like, selling baby parts or some shit. Like, I was just in a dark place mentally because of stuff that had happened in my life, you know? Talk about first world problems for the most part, like, you know? And that's why, like, I'm not owed anything. Nobody owes me shit. But I also don't owe anyone else anything, you know? That's kind of where I, like... I dealt with that, like, guilt for a while, where it was like, I could have done better, I could have made better choices, I could have done this, I could have done that. It was like, yeah, but you didn't, so just get over it, like... Because you do. You make choices you fucking end up regretting when you make them for the wrong reasons. And at the time, you probably don't know it's the wrong reason, like, you know? Like, at me at the time, it's like, fucking, well, I deserve to fucking drink and smoke myself into oblivion because I'm sad and angry. You know, and it's not my fault that other people are fucking utter losers and all this fucking shit. Which is true, it's not my fault. But it's also not the world's fault that I didn't know how to deal with it. And then you get into the whole thing of like, well, what do you blame society? Do you blame these systems that like keep people down, bro? It's like, yeah, you could, but what good is it gonna do you? Like, I totally resonate with that whole, like, just take responsibility for your own thoughts and actions. Like, all anyone or anything can do is influence you in a bad direction. They can't actually make you do anything. You have to choose to do it. Put a bit of yarrow in this one. Oh yeah! Paint. Paint. Paint flower. Pretty flower. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Mush, mush. Cream brush. Paint, paint. Beat, bitch. It's a brush. It's a brush. I'm not beating a bitch. Relax, YouTube. Sip, sip. Hope all is great. Yeah! Obviously things are good your end. It's your favorite music? Just like listening to taiko drums and me going paint, paint. Oh, God bless you, Griffu. You and your doggo. Paint, paint. Will we do the black outline now? I think if we did the black outline now, it'd pretty much be done. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do the black outline now. What brush will I do it with, though? Will I do it with the liner? I'm not sure. Part of me is thinking I should just stick with this bitch. Dunno. Dunno. Because, like, liners and sign writer and brushes and all, like... Well, I suppose, yeah, I mean... I was about to say they're better when you're working, like, flat. Which they are, but it's not like you can't use them vertically. But it's easier to do it when they're flat, because you can get, like, the paint to flow more like water. And because it's flat, you don't have to worry about it, like, dripping down the canvas or whatever project you're working on. Whatever medium you are applying the medium to. Oh yeah! I also don't know if I want to do it in that black paint, like I said on the stream yesterday. It's got light fastness to it. You guys probably won't be able to see it, but I can see it from this angle. The light is hitting the canvas and it's got that shine to it, which I fucking hate. I love, like, matte finishes where the light, like, doesn't reflect off the paint. So, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the tub of brack stuff from over there. Or will I? Seems a bit of a waste to have all that. Fuck it! Instead of being so finicky, I'll just work at what I've got. Right. Let's get this bitch wet. And maybe because it's shiny, it'll look even more like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, which probably won't be a bad thing. Right, let's do this. Need a squirt. Just a wee one. To allow the goo to flow. Painting goo goo. I must turn the parrot. Painting goo goo. Okay. Now this is going to be a challenge, is trying to... Like, I could lean on the canvas, but I'm trying to challenge myself. Like, I'm at an angle, and I'm not, like, leaning on anything apart from the mic. Forgive me if there's loads of, like, rattling noises as the mic moves around. But we'll see if I... I don't know if you can notice how much I'm moving, but if you look very closely, like, I'm wobbling just enough, you know? Beautiful. Okay. I've still got pretty much a whole hour. I think I could... Well, maybe. I don't know if I could line this whole bitch in 1 hour. Tiny skirt. Oh, shit. Schmack of the mic. I'm so gonna fucking... The fucking mic's gonna need a riot helmet or something like that. This motherfucker beats me! Okay. Well, that's not black. That's like fucking really, really dark grey. Fuck you. Okay. Gently now. Oh, this bitch is gonna pop when it's done. I'm telling you now. Definitely gonna take me more than an hour to do this. Paint, paint! Notice how silent I go when I'm trying to do brush strokes like this. I'm like totally focused on the line. Oh boy, the woo poo is here. Our favorite resident glowy brother. Well, you think he's a Fed? Oh no, glowy, cause of the UFO shit. Yeah, true. Yeah, but maybe he is a Fed. I thought that was the term for Feds. It's glowies. Am I wrong? Painting goo 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 squirt. Goo 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 goo. Paint, paint. Painting. Goo goo. Painting. Dragon. Surely, but surely, we will ride this dragon. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paintingu, goo goo. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Waiting for him to ask for my social security number or license. Dick Fordo, welcome to Paintingu. How are you? Are you well? Yeah. Yeah. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Paint, paint. Paint teeth. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Squirt, squirt. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Still too much. There we go. Painting. Goo goo. It's definitely gonna pop. Painting. Goo goo goo. Goo goo. Okay. Now for the tricky bit. I must extend to PEINTEINGU. Hey, beautiful brack rinds. Paint, paint, goo goo. Paint, paint. Oh. Shrowy, but surely. My back aches from painting at this angle. If you have any honor, you would pay for PEINTEINGU so I could get a new spiner. This cursed mortar frame. When I was a god, I could paint for days, hanging upside down while petting a monkey. Now, I am cursed with a Farabur's spine. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Sip, sip. Oh. Painting, goo, goo, goo. Oh. Have you had a Japanese dream yet? I'm not sure. I'll let you know. This radio Tora brought to you from Tipperary. Alright, what's the crack? How's it going, eh? Broadcasting to you all the way from Tiptown. Today we're painting an old dragon, eh? Painting, goo, 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 goo. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Painting, go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Paint, paint. Painting. Goo goo. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. painting. Goo. Ah, you know what time it is. It's that beautiful time of day where paintingu becomes ravingu. Cease and desist, I command you. I care not for what you are saying. Get the only thing that's hard right now is this steely katana that I'm going to decapitate you with. Right.
LinkedIn Sales Navigator was
LinkedIn can go fuck itself, you blonde bitch. Did the dragon give Mr. Skulls the pink eye? Is that how he kills? Yes! Yes, that's exactly what happened. How did you know? Tell me your source! Paint. Goo. Paint. Go. Need a squirt. Oh shit. Definitely heard that.
You know you need the right tools to make
I need the right tools to dissect your ass and put you in a barrel, you bitch! Oh, that was a bit violent. Dragon plus skull equals death. You don't want to get on the wrong side of this overgrown gecko. He might give you pink eye. Painting goo goo, painting goo goo. Painting goo goo, painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo, painting goo goo. Painting goo, painting goo, painting goo, painting goo, painting goo, painting. Paintingu. 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 What's this? An advertisement? On my stream? How dare you? Nice. Good to know. So it was just a slow day at work, nothing to worry about.
We sit in the sun, in veils, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our minds. We sit in the sun, in veils, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our minds.
Right. Definitely pops a bit more now. What do you think? I think I might put some extra black paint on the outside. Just finally, like, ground the whole image, shall we say. New World Order.
Consume us all.
Painting, goo, 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 goo. Little squirt. Painting, goo, 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 goo.
I demand to know what's going on in my house.
Move you out of the way. Go.
That's all.
We sit in the sun, in haze. We sleep and we dream. Each of us dies slowly, the prison of our minds. We sit in the sun, in haze. We sleep.
Working for 45 minutes, painting popped.
Each
Excellent.
of us dies slowly, the prison of our minds.
What's this? Another advertisement that I must expel from my stream. Toodaloo! Not a little squirt. The goo must flow. If it's too gooey, it won't flow. Thank you. Thank you. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Goo goo. I have been very focused today. Applying all this brack to the paintingu has mesmerized me. I fear mesmerized by the goo. The brack goo. I believe it is finished. The black goo is very mesmerizing. Was there a black goo episode in X-Files? I don't remember that. I didn't get to watch all of X-Files. Might go back and start watching it again. Oh god! Okay. Let's sign this bitch. Let me see. Whoosh it. I dropped the bitch. It is complete. Pink Eyes Green Dragon is complete. Look at it. Look at it in all its beautiful glory. If you would like to purchase this PEINTEINGU original, it will cost you $200 or €200. Postage not included, because I don't know where the fuck you live. And postage is expensive. If you would like a print of this, I'll make prints to order. If you would like to support the stream, link in description. If you would like to purchase my merchandise, link also in description. This concludes today's PEINTEINGU. I hope you enjoyed Ingu. I now bid you farewell as I return to my glorious abode and relax. as I need to eat and shit and do human things, demigod things. I will return. Same price, same time, same high-octane painting music. Painting music? Painting. High-octane painting. What did I used to say? High-octane painting madness. 3 p.m. tomorrow. Be there! If you're not, you have no honor. In the meantime, be good, be true, and be beautiful. And I shall see you tomorrow.
Oh God, he's coming back! Get out of here!
Pay for PEINTEINGU!